Okay, so Mr. Collins is the incumbent. Rosa and Stephen are the challengers. So the first question, I'll give it to Chris. Chris, why are you running again?
Thank you, Mike, and thank you, Focus Springfield, for hosting this. It's nice to see people here. Why am I running again? It's very simple. The work's not done. We've done a whole lot in the years that I've been there. You mentioned closing MCAS scores. We've done a lot of that. But there's always going to be new work that needs to be done. One of the best things that we've done, and we need to continue that, is get the focus off of people who aren't in the middle of the schools in dealing with children and get finances pushed right to the schools. So I'm running to make sure that that stays in place and to support the new superintendent. A superintendent needs to have support if they're going to be successful. They need to have a school committee that won't.
You have 15 more seconds.
That won't fight her or argue with her publicly. They need support to be successful, because when the superintendent's successful, the schools are successful and the kids are successful.
Okay, thank you very much. Rosa, why are you running for school committee?
Hi again. Good evening, everyone. My name is Rosa Valentin, for those that don't know who I am, and I am running for school committee, first of all, because I bring to this chair over 35 years of experience in the field of education. 35 years. I'm also running for school committee because I'm a dedicated resident of Springfield.
What do you want to say?
And most importantly, I'm running for school committee because I'm a proud mother of two successful Springfield Public School graduates. So, I'm also running for school committee because I deeply care about our children. I deeply care about our families, and also about our teachers, which are the backbones of our system. I'm nervous. This is my first time, you know. I'm also running for a school committee, like Chris Collins says, because we need to support our superintendent, and we need to continue the great work that Springfield is doing. We have raised our graduation rate, and also we lower our dropout rate. Can I say one more thing? I'm running because I believe in our children, in our teachers, and also in our families.
Okay. Stephen?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Stephen Carosello. Thank you for being here today. There we go. Thank you. Thank you to Mike Dobbs and Focus Springfield for holding this event today. Again, my name is Steve Carosello. This is my first time running for election, like my colleague here, Rosa Valentin. However, I'm not new to public service. I am a state worker. I focus on my career on community outreach, helping the individuals and families that need the support that they aren't getting in the systems that they currently have. So I hope to bring that experience here to Springfield. Like my colleagues here, I care about the families in Springfield. I care about our kids in Springfield. I went to school right here in Warner School on Boston Road, so I know exactly what our students need in the city of Springfield. I was a social worker in the city of Springfield, so I've seen firsthand what happens when our system fails, but what happens when we get it right. So that's what I hope to do, is get it right on the school committee. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, our first question for this group of candidates.
Question number 3.
Question number 3. Okay, and Stephen, we're going to have you first and go down the line this time. Okay, question number 3 is, how would you evaluate the performance of our new superintendent, Sonia Donnell, in her first year here in Springfield? Stephen?
Sure, great question. I would look about where we were before with the previous superintendent and what changes this current superintendent has made the last year she has been in her position. From our test scores to our after-school programs in our community, where are our resources going, and how best can we meet the needs of our residents? And I think that is the best determination of the job that she's doing in her position as superintendent of public schools in Springfield. We need to meet, like our city councilor said previously, we need to meet people where they're at, and I think we need to start doing that in school to give them the opportunity to stay in Springfield. So looking at those opportunities and what new opportunities can come about is how I would evaluate her position.
Okay. Rosa, same question.
Can you repeat it again, please?
Okay, how would you evaluate the performance of Superintendent Sonia Dinell in her first year on the job here in Springfield?
My rate for Dr. Dinal in her first year as a superintendent of Springfield, I have to say that I have to rate her at 110%. Why is that? Because in a very long time, it's the first time that we have a superintendent that is available and accessible to our families, to our children, to our teachers, to our community. A superintendent that cares that every child, every need, every family is need here. A superintendent that really cares for our minority populations. I can sit here and tell you that I know the district from top to bottom. Springfield is the third largest district in Massachusetts, school district, and she's making sure that every voice is heard. Teachers' voice is heard, students' needs are met, and families are met.
Time. Chris?
Thank you, Mike. First of all, the school department is a $750 million corporation. To take over a corporation like that and to be the chief educator is an undaunting task. And to follow, and she had a very tough act to follow. The amount of improvement that happened when Mr. Warwick is here was unbelievable. However, she has, in my opinion, rose to the challenge. She is very visible. She is a great advocate for the students, great advocate for the staff. She gives a great message every time she speaks, and she is keeping things going the way they were and keeping them going in the right direction.
Okay. And now our final question for this group.
Question number 5.
Number 5. Okay, we asked this before, but it's very important. And that is about the free lunch program, our free breakfast program in our schools. As we all know, schools across the country, states across the country are facing cuts from the federal government. If for some reason these nutrition programs go away, what would you do if you're elected to the school committee to try to keep them here? And we'll start with Chris and work our way back.
Thank you, Mike. First of all, let's hope that don't want to use a negative word, but the person in Washington doesn't punish children the way, and that does not happen in our city. I have been involved in the school department since 1970 in one role or another. I started as a custodian, teacher, supervisor, principal, and now school committee. Some might say that makes me too old, but it makes me have a breadth of experience that nobody can match. Hungry students don't learn. Hopefully the state is going to step up, and they said that they're going to, but if they don't, we're going to have to get creative. If we have to go back to free and reduced, we have to find a way to make sure our kids eat. As I said, and I'll say it once again, hungry kids don't learn. Kids have got to be comfortable in order for them to be there.
Okay, same question, Rosa?
I will not say we don't hope that happens. I will say that's not going to happen. We are not going to have hungry kids in our schools. We're going to have students that are going to be fed every day. If that happens, we are, like Chris Collins says, we're going to be creative and we're going to come with ideas to avoid that situation, or at least to deal with that situation. Sometimes our kids, their breakfast and lunch is the only meal that they have. They count on it, and we want to make sure that we want to continue doing this. We will create groups, we will do activities, we will do what we need to do to make sure that we continue serving our students and they can get their free breakfast and their free lunch. Thank you.
Oh. Okay, Steve.
Yep, thank you. So we talk about public safety, and I know we're talking about school lunch, but if you can't keep kids engaged and they can't be engaged if they're hungry, we need to focus on the school lunch issue. And again, like Rosa said, we will not let that happen. We will not let kids go hungry because look at everybody we have in the community that will continue to show up. We have our community partners. We have our partners at the state level. We can work and find creative and strategic solutions that haven't been done before to fix the issue if this does come up. So no, I am not worried about our kids going hungry. However, it does happen. A majority of students, like Rosa mentioned, they only eat at school. I was a child. I had reduced lunch growing up, and I'm thankful for that. Without that, I may not have been able to eat during school. When I didn't have money, they would still give me reduced and free lunch. So it is
Right.
important, and we have to keep kids engaged. Thank you.
Time. And folks, those are the 3 questions for these candidates. Please give them a round of applause.